Need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103, 090 416 26640, and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this VO radio.
Hey, leave him for me for VO radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. I just want to now go.
Hello, give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this VO radio.
Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Launch Hour on VO Ultimate FM. Thank God it's Friday, like we usually say, the last working day of the week. We're excited. I don't know about you, but we're excited because we cannot wait for the weekend. My name is Mercy Carter, your host, and I have with me here my distinguished, let me say it, you know the way those presidents and governors say it, my distinguished co-host.
Good afternoon. I'm by name Alabid. I'm Lola Love it. Thank God it's Friday.
I still remain Anna Sylvanus.
Yes, so you still remain Mazi. You still remain Odogu. All right, do well to join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of all our programs. You can also listen to us live via our website at www.voradiofm.com. Follow us on Instagram at Official Ultimate FM and YouTube at Ultimate FM. So let's just dive right into the gist this afternoon. Dami, take it away.
Okay, this is about a filmmaker, Mo Abdul. Said, your voice ahead. It's just about the Chief Daddy part 2 of it.
Okay, that movie that made me waste my time and my energy. Arinzia, have you like seen Chief Daddy 2?
I'm not a fan of Nollywood.
You're not a fan of. How would you not be a fan of movies that are made in your country?
Before the film actually starts, you already know the ending. That's why I'm not.
That's not always the case. So truthfully, you know, I like the fact that Dami is on my side today. That's not always, especially with the recent productions. I think Nollywood has actually evolved. They don't do the regular.
It's been years I watched anything.
We could actually.
I advise you start watching now.
We could actually see
exactly.
We could actually see that from King of Boys. From King of Boys. Both part 1 and 2 and everything. It was lit. But then in this case of Chief Daddy, I think expectations were very high.
Exactly.
Because of the way the part 1 of the movie went. So everybody was anticipating, like, we want to see Chief Daddy too. And when the movie eventually came out, everybody's hopes were like, so this is what I've been asking for how many years? For how many months? You know, with the whole Chief Daddy thing, people had been anticipating this part 2 right from the time we watched part 1, because the way the movie ended, everybody just knew there was a part 2, and the producers of the movie did not tell us, okay, no, there is no part 2. So they made us know that indeed there's going to be a part 2. So this has been like more than a year coming now, that they have been telling us, Chief Daddy 2, and eventually when we watched it, if you want to know a good movie, you have to like look at the comments and how people criticize the movie. the the comments were not good at all. Even before I watched it, I already lost hope in the movie.
I intentionally watched. I was like, let me even watch.
See
let me
what
see
people are
what
talking
people are
about.
That's
Yeah,
why I watched the
exactly.
movie.
Because trust me, it wasn't it at all. And I'm actually happy that Mo Abuja has come out to say that okay, we're sorry, we have heard you people's cry, and we know that okay, think the movie was not what you guys expected, but we're open to criticism. I think that's one of the characteristics of a good producer, to be able to
Accepting that
accept,
you did not do
yes, be able to accept constructive criticism and say okay, let's go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. I've seen many people, many producers, when you tell them that, or when you criticize their movie and all that, they come and start defending themselves on why the movie was like that. They might even tell you that you that is watching the movie, you don't have eyes or you can't see very well. Those kind it doesn't really show professionalism, but I'm happy that she was able to admit.
It's not that easy for people to start criticizing your work actually, but it takes a professional filmmaker to admit that okay, this whole thing is wrong or something is wrong with this.
Yeah,
then we would like to
exactly,
maybe apologize
exactly.
to the public or something. But I just want to advise filmmakers that it's not a must you do a second part of the movie.
That's my problem.
Thank you.
That's
At
my
least
problem
because
with
the
it.
part one, if you actually watch it, in fact,
It could have ended there.
Exactly. So it's no need of making the part two or the something. Just that once you watch a movie, once you produce a movie, then you feel like this part is like it's becoming like it will not be that.
It won't work out.
Then
Yeah.
you just stop it.
Stop
No need
the.
of even producing this thing. I think that would be better that way.
Arinze wants to say something. I can see it in your face.
Even though I'm not a fan of Nollywood, like I always say, I think for you to become a better person, first of all, you have to accept your mistakes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
For you to become for you to become who you are tomorrow, or for you to work towards changing your life or your career path, you have to accept what people talk about you. A lot of people will say, "I don't care what people talk about me," but at a time, it really matters. Because when they criticize you, they are just telling you that you are not good enough. And it's not as if they are insulting you, but they are telling you to put in your best.
Put in more
give
effort.
Yeah, we need more from
Yes,
you.
exactly.
They say to whom more is given.
More is expected.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And you know the reason, like let me just take it from to whom Mo is giving. Mo Abudu is one producer in
One of the
Nigeria
best.
that people always expect so
Yes.
much from.
Yeah.
You know, her movies are top notch, from Wedding Party, and so people are just like, Mo Abudu is going to give us some. And when you give something less
than the
than what is
expectations.
expected, trust me, you are going to receive the
yeah, you are
backlash.
going to-
Obviously,
And I trust Nigerians, they will not. They will
Nigerians will
leave
not
you.
relent.
Like I always say, they will drag you like a better person.
Even people that don't even watch the movie,
They will join
just that people have been
just from the comments.
comment.
They will act as if they
start
have watched
dragging.
it.
So according to what people are saying, I've not watched the movie. So for you guys to say, I know how you people are not number one ambassador of Nollywood. Movie. So for you guys to come out and say that the movie is not legit, it wasn't okay, then it wasn't actually okay.
So you believe
my
our
advice-
word.
Yes. My advice to them is to go back to the drawing board, let them find out their mistakes, because they cannot do another part two. You
No,
understand?
it's not
It is
It's not
They
possible.
can't do it.
So it has to be in
in their
subsequent productions.
Yes,
Yeah.
they should work hard and find out their mistakes and call some characters. There are some characters that if you look at this person, you know that this person cannot do this kind of a thing. He cannot be the actor that we need. Look for the actor that best suits the role you want to give them. You cannot call somebody that's always acting as a pastor to act the whole of Kanai or Kanai as a ritualist. It doesn't work like that. Once you get the right actor, everything will boom go into place.
And then on the issue of actors, one thing we could see from this Chief Daddy is the fact that they had excellent actors. Excellent. In fact, they had like some of the best actors in Nollywood, you get. But the problem, what I've sensed that was a problem, was the storyline.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
storyline didn't just sink. You get, so it was even very difficult for the actors now to represent their characters, because it was looking like this
They were like, they were
storyline,
forcing them
it looks
to-
like something that learners would do. So I don't even, it just looked like it was forced. So another thing that producers should look into is the story. When you notice that this story doesn't sink, there's no need of you spending so much
Money.
They spent a lot for Chief Daddy too. Let's not even, they went to Dubai. They did so much in Chief Daddy 2, and all of a sudden people are saying, the movie wasn't worth it. Well, we are very sorry, Sha. That is what we saw, that we said.
My only happiness
Bill.
is that they accepted that it was bad.
Yeah, they accepted that it was.
They did not reach up to expectations.
Yes.
So I believe that they are going to do more.
Yeah, with
or-
subsequent
and put more
productions.
extra
Definitely,
effort.
I trust Mabudu. Doesn't matter that because of one bad production, she's not good at her job. Yeah, so I
She
trust
knows what
that
she's
she's
I
going
know.
to.
Our next movie now.
It's going to be a
In fact,
blockbuster.
just keep me up to date. Any movie that she draws, tell me the link. I'm going to watch it.
That's fine. For moving away from movies and all that, let's go to social media influencers again this afternoon. So recently,
they're always in the news.
They're always no. That's what they live for. That's why they call them social media. So they always want to be in our faces on social media. Now this is from a social media. I almost put it in quotes because I really don't know what she's influencing or who she's influencing, if that's the word. Papaya is her name. So recently she did her birthday party. In fact, if you watch videos from the birthday party, it looked like a wedding ceremony. The way the party was set, she even wore a white dress and everything. The whole setting just basically looked like it was a wedding ceremony. And she, after the birthday party, I think a couple of days later, she came online and was making videos of her counting the bags of money that she received, on the day of the. In fact, she even had a counting machine in her house.
Wow.
I'm telling you. When I watched the video, I was like, hey. Now, I don't have an issue with people spraying you large amounts of money, you having so much money. What I have a problem with now is this, consistent need to press necks of people on social media that is even making people not to think about their own security and safety anymore.
Exactly.
That is what I have an issue with. Because we are in Nigeria. We know, see, you are Papaya. I might not know your house, but there's somebody that will know your house. If me now I'm a bad person and I say, okay, I want to connive with people, I want to go and rob you, I want to do something, I want to kidnap you. In fact, there are so many things that could go wrong just because of this little show off. You want to show off that you have money. What exactly do they stand to gain from all this? That is because it's like nobody cares about their safety anymore. They just want to stepping on necks. That's what people want to do now.
What I have to say about this is you have to at all times consider your security first.
Yes.
Before doing
Number
whatever
one
you
thing.
think you are doing.
Exactly.
You think you are trying to show off to the world what you have, but actually you are trying to give out your location to people. Yeah, to criminals. You understand?
Criminals, true.
Miscreants. Let me use that word, miscreants. So for you to come on social media, sometimes what these actors do or these celebrities do is they are just putting themselves in great danger.
Exactly.
Okay, tomorrow now, if you are being robbed, you are just telling people that I keep so amount of money at home.
Yes.
And this is maybe if I'm being attacked by miscreants, at least they will get something out of me.
And the funny part of everything, she might not even have kept that money at home. She might have just done it for the camera.
That is what I'm saying. That is where I'm saying. I said you are just telling them that even if I don't have anything, I still have some things at home. You giving out your location, telling them or showing them rather that you have a counting machine, money counting machine in your house. It apparently shows that at times you bring big money back home.
Yes.
Because you can't just keep such machine at home without you not making use of it. It's not a decoration it's not something that you use to decorate your house rather. So I think all the celebrities, and not even celebrities, some people, but those that are not celebrities, they also show themselves off. Maybe using words of cash, maybe doing all this.
But Brisky always bringing money home.
Yeah. So tomorrow when you are attacked, you expect us, the floor members, to now have pity
It's really
on you.
floor members.
You understand? You expect us to have pity on you while you are the one that gave yourself out.
Exactly.
There's something we call safety, and everybody should be aware of it. One thing that is paramount in this, our Nigeria of recent, is safety. Forget about your whatever you are doing. If you are not this country is not secure. Let me just say the truth. It is not secure. So for you to give out your information to people that you have lots of cash at home, it's uncalled for.
Exactly.
It's bad. You are just tempting people to attack you. That's just it.
Exactly.
And you know the state of in the current situation in Nigeria now, there is no full security in
There's no
Nigeria.
Exactly.
There's
That's what he
there's
just said. Yeah.
So you should try and what we do on social media sometimes, just caution ourselves.
Yes.
Because when you have money, the heart to show off will be there.
Exactly.
That's just it. But you have to caution yourself.
That is where
Yes.
maturity comes in.
Resist the urge to excessively
to
step
show
on
off
necks.
the excess
You
cash
want to step on necks. You want to show
Or you
people.
want to-
Resist the urge, my sister.
Imagine trying to stop people and they end up shocking
Shock.
Exactly. All right, let's move away from that. Arinze, what do you have for us this
you. Yeah,
afternoon?
what I have is not actually a gist.
Okay.
It's something to, should I say, celebrate.
Okay.
Or talk about.
Okay.
It is actually what happened at Aja. A guy that was selling sachet water. He was
Yeah, I saw
he
that
was-
video.
when I saw that video, it actually caught my eyes.
Yeah.
It is worth celebrating.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for him to give out 70% of the money he made on traffic,
and they don't make so much.
to the,
And they don't make so
they
much.
don't make so much to the correctional center inmates.
Yeah.
there, I think he should be commended. In
He
fact,
should
that
be
guy
commended.
should be given, even if it is an ambassador of anything, because he cares.
He cares.
For him to
yeah.
stand under the sun,
Yes.
this hot weather,
Hot weather.
and still give out the little amount he made, I think he should be commended. Not everyone has that kind of heart to
Exactly.
give. You know, each time we think that you have to have, you guys have like billions before you are able to give out.
Yeah.
A little part at the back can encourage somebody.
Someone.
A little
True.
take this one can encourage
True,
somebody. Even
true.
buying someone a sachet water can go a long way.
Exactly.
But some people think you have to have billions, thousands, millions in your account before you can help other people, but it is not like that.
Exactly.
So when I saw that video, it actually caught my attention. So I had to
Exactly.
watch it over and over again.
So that's something that should be celebrated. Most times, it's not really. In fact, what matters is the heart with which you give, regardless of how much you are giving.
yeah.
You might have billions and millions of naira you're giving, but then some people just do it to show off. But you could actually see that he was genuine.
Yeah, and
with his
another
giving.
thing, there's something I always say. If you want to help people, please leave the camera at home. You understand?
That's the topic for another day.
Leave the camera at home.
Hey.
Because this guy was not actually the person.
No,
that
he was not the
actually-
one.
yeah,
No, he wasn't
that's
the
what I'm
one.
Someone
saying.
else
But
was,
yes,
yes.
I'm talking about what that Missy said.
said.
That some people do it just to show
Just
off.
to show.
Yeah.
You are giving somebody something,
Then you go
and
with
there's
the
another person
cameraman.
at your back. You're recording it.
Everything.
You have downgraded the person you are
Or,
giving the stuff.
or at first you come to social media and say so date at this social location will
Yes,
be
you
giving
did
out
that, you
and
did
that.
When God was blessing you, He didn't show the word
Yeah.
that I'm blessing this person. So if you want to also do the same thing for your fellow human being, why not keep your camera? Yeah, we know we have iPhone 12 Pro Max, we have all of them, but keep it at home, because the person you are giving the person you are rendering the help to also deserves some respect and privacy.
Yeah,
That's
true,
just it.
true. All right, that was it this afternoon on DG. So I think we should just go straight into our hot topic this afternoon. Arinze,
All right.
please take it away.
Our topic today is, we all know what is happening in Nigeria. Even if you are in diaspora, you all know what is happening in
Yeah.
Nigeria. And it happens everywhere, not just in Nigeria, but we are going to focus mainly on our own motherland. It is our own. Nigeria belongs to you and I. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about drug abuse. You know, when you talk about drug abuse, people will start thinking, is it Indian hemp, cocaine? No, it's not just that.
Alcohol.
Drug abuse is broad. It is large. When you are taking medicines that is not prescribed for you by your physician, it is drug abuse.
Are we going to hear that one? With
Yes.
Nigerians
That's what I'm saying.
listening.
No, because each time you say drug abuse, they say, after all, I don't take Indian hemp.
I'm not
Yeah.
Yes, I don't take alcohol. I don't
I
take
don't
this
take
one.
cocaine,
I don't take cocaine. No,
But
you-
any small headache, you are rushed to take Panadol.
Yeah.
Any small headache,
Some-
you
some
are
tell
taking
you-
four.
Some tell you if you take two, it doesn't
four
work.
tablets.
Just
No,
take
take
four
four.
or
tablets.
6. They'll say,
Hey.
listen, na chalk. Just take 6. It will you will not
Imagine.
die.
Wait, people actually say na chalk.
Yeah, now some people say that pastor must say na chop, just drink and you don't.
Okay.
But once you are taking it, if your body gets accosted with it, at times it doesn't work.
Exactly. So your
And-
body becomes resistant to the
if you
drug.
like take
Used to
it
the
1,
drug.
2 packets, it will not work. It will get used to it. So we are talking about drug abuse and how it affects our society generally, both Indian
Everything.
everything
Tramadol.
drug. Don't take it too much.
Very popular.
Imagine here the government had to ban tramadol. If you are caught with tramadol now, you are a gunner.
Exactly.
You are going to answer for it. So I want to ask you, Dami and Macy, how do you think this drug abuse affects our society?
Okay, so I just want to start first from the whole issue of young Nigerians, especially our celebrities, abusing drugs or being very accosted to, using of these illegal drugs.
If you don't do drugs, then you are not among the big boys.
Exactly. And that is the beginning. As a celebrity, you are one of the people that can actually influence others in the society. Exactly. So I think in Nigeria currently, it's beginning to look like people that are really, really involved in the use of drugs and all that, probably because they are celebrities. They are celebrated nevertheless.
Yes.
And nobody is saying anything about it. And I think that is the first line of action until these people are meant to understand that these things are wrong.
Some now use it publicly.
That's where I was going to. That was the point I wanted to make. Now, if it was a case of they'd use it behind the backs up, so nobody sees them using these things, we would have been quiet and say, okay, it's just suspect. You're just suspecting them. But now they come out and they use it, and these same people, they will still be said they are the champions of the country. They are the this and this, and notwithstanding that they are good.
Of a brand.
Thank you. That's where I was going to, and not just regular brands. Really big brands, international reputable brands, and they will be celebrated. Now, I don't have an issue with when a celebrity is, celebrated based on their arts. So you are doing very well. But when you see that people are going another route, why not caution them that part? It doesn't mean that they are not good at what they do. It just means that they are having a negative influence on the young ones. Society. Because trust me, other people they are fans. They are human beings, They are young people. They are also going to look at them and say, that my icon, that my guy used to take drugs in public, so me too, I can actually do it. Let's take, for instance, the issue of this Portable guy that just came into limelight. I don't know if the limelight is going to last, though, because it's looking like the limelight is already dwindling. So he just came into limelight, and it is obvious from all looks of it that this guy takes drugs. In fact, he's beginning to look like he's addicted to it. But nobody is saying anything about the aspect of the drugs. Everybody is just doing zazu up and down, and nobody wants to even talk about the fact that he's actually influencing the other people that are in the ghetto that take drugs, or whether you take drugs, grace will still find you nevertheless. And I think that is one of the effects, that this drug abuse of a thing is having on the society. It is misleading young people and making them feel like drug abuse is nothing. Drug use is nothing.
It also affects the society in the sense that it affects people's businesses, because if you get addicted to these drugs, if you can't have access to money or financial means of getting it, at night you might decide to break into somebody's shop just to get some cash.
Exactly.
And this is how it is affecting the community, our society, and it also affects our economy. Because how is it affecting our economy? Imagine where you have to employ someone at your place or your company, and the person is doing drugs. Now you have to maybe sack the person and bring in a temporary staff to replace him. It has affected you as a person.
Exactly.
Now it also affects our community in the sense that, imagine, maybe let me just say somewhere at Shagam or Sabo here in Eshawa, you find out that there are a lot of drug addicts there, and once they get high, they try to destroy or rob people around the area. Now that particular community or village, they are going to be, how do I put it, economically downgraded, because nobody wants to live at that
so they are going
site.
To be blacklisted. That this place, this is
don't
what they are
go there,
known
don't look for houses there. Now imagine the business is there,
they are going to suffer. True.
So please, more especially our youth, you don't have to do drugs just because one of your favorite actor, actress, or celebrity is doing drugs. And you don't know the effects of drugs until you go into it. It will make you have sleepless nights, maybe have insomnia or paranoid or hallucinations. It happens. So drugs is not a good thing. Stay away from drugs. Exactly. And imagine, drugs can cut your life short.
Exactly.
And it's not about maybe physically, emotionally. drugs is not something to write home about. It
At
is
all.
just not
At
good
all.
for
At
any
all.
any
At all.
person's health
Exactly.
at all.
Then also I have a list of things that what drug can cause in our society. First, it worsen mental health.
Exactly.
True.
Then it leads to premature death, as Arinze has said. Then it
Exactly.
destroys families.
Mhm.
It destroys
Relationships.
relationship. Because you can see a young guy or a young lady that is full of dream, that at the end of the day maybe his parents have full hope on him or her, that at the end of the day maybe at
Drugs.
least you'll be something.
Yeah,
Then you are
true.
taking drugs. Imagine how it will cut your life. In fact, if you see people taking drugs,
Drugs can
you
even
don't-
change your physical appearance.
yes, you
Drastically.
don't need to act. You don't need to act because
Should we give
you
examples?
don't need to.
Don't give example.
You're
Don't
there.
even go because
You're
this
there.
time we are trying to check.
You're
Hashtag legs. My hand knows
Because
this.
you kind of, when you see them, because me, once you are taking them, to me you are not responsible.
Exactly.
Even they
yeah,
look
yeah.
irresponsible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
They don't care. You see them
in
sagging,
fact,
dragging their
there's
trousers.
nothing they cannot do. Once they are high on that drug, they destroy anything. Then the high of violent increase in violent crimes all around us. So I don't know. I want to ask, how do you think the government, or as people, we are the government, how we can eradicate this issue of drug abuse? Not that you see our NDLA, the way they go about
No,
it,
no,
I don't
no,
like
no,
it.
no.
Because they
I like the way Dami just said it
they
outright.
left
I
the
don't
people
like
that
it.
even we who ourselves we know that this person is taking drugs. They will not go there.
Yeah.
They will not go
Thank
to their
you.
house. In fact, you will never heard that they visited some of our big artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
so they
but
won't.
people that
And
they are
don't-
just coming up, like you don't even hear about them. Just
Exactly.
see them.
And there's no real evidence
which is
of them,
very, very
having
wrong,
drugs.
which is very wrong,
Exactly.
because-
I mean, I like the question you asked. How can we eradicate
Yes.
drug
Yes.
abuse? For me, first thing to do is for the government to build more correctional facilities, not for people that commit crime, not for maybe criminals and all those things. Maybe create correctional facilities like where people can go for therapy. Therapists,
Yeah.
let them talk to these people. You know, the Westerners, these European countries, that is how they do.
Yeah, they have
All them
rehabilitation
together.
centers.
Yes, rehabilitation center.
Yeah.
All them together, talk to them about it. Is not going to stop immediately.
Yeah,
But with gradual process, consistency, these people will find out that this is not good for my health.
In fact, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't think we have like real
That's
rehabilitation
what I said. That
centers
the
in
government, the
Nigeria.
government should do it.
You know,
And there's one thing about Nigerians: we can build it, but we don't have maintenance culture.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow you hear that place is filled up with grasses, and in fact there's snakes coming out from that place. So if we can have that maintenance culture, put people in place to be working there, put some nurses and some doctors, I think these people, we are going to get a whole lot of people off drugs.
exactly.
A whole lot of, especially our youth, a whole lot, because we are called the leaders of tomorrow. Imagine if you have a drug addict as your president. The person is going to legalize everything.
Exactly.
So I think the government has a lot of role, like Dami said, not the way that NDLA are planning
Going
that way.
about
No,
it,
you don't
that
like
is
it
not
way.
the way. Yeah.
You don't use force to correct somebody.
Yes.
You correct these people with love.
Exactly.
Tell them that you are right behind them, that you are going to walk them through the process.
Yes.
Understand? Walk them through the process so that they will know that yes, people love them. A lot of people go into drugs because their friends are doing it, because they are influenced to do it, and a lot of people go into it because of what they pass through. They think that doing drugs will be the only solution. But once you talk to them, tell them that no, this is not the only way out. There are other ways that you can handle your problems.
Exactly.
It will go a long way. So we need more rehabilitation centers here in our lovely country, Nigeria.
Yeah. Now, just to add to the issue of rehabilitation centers, it's not just enough to build rehabilitation centers and have trained people there, running the place and maintaining the place. It's another thing also to make people understand that a rehabilitation center is not a death sentence.
Yeah.
Abroad, we have heard cases of several celebrities who went to rehabilitation centers when the drug use of it became a case of addiction. So they became addicted, and just to save their lives and everything, they went to a rehabilitation center. Nobody should be made to feel like because you go to a rehabilitation center now you are seen as a mental patient or a man, that kind of thing. We have seen cases, a whole lot of them, that went out and came out clean after a couple of months. So they
and there will also be the people also telling people that I was once a drug
Yes,
addict.
exactly.
So
They come out clean. So I think in as much as they're building those rehabilitation centers, if they do it, they should also let people know that it is not, and it is open to everybody. So
Yeah.
regardless of your status in the society,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter if you are one
There
very
should be, there
big
shouldn't be one
musician.
special.
Yes.
If you want a special one, maybe you can call the person to be rehabilitating you at home.
Alone.
I don't even that at home own.
home
I don't
own,
even I don't
Even the
even
person self,
I don't even subscribe
your
to
life
it.
is at stake.
I don't subscribe to it. You know why? Something about rehabilitation is not just about the building. It's about the people, meeting people that are like
yes,
you as well.
Yeah.
So when
It's
you
the
are in
process
that,
that
yeah,
matters.
so when you're in that kind of environment, you guys are together and you guys can heal together and come out of it. It's
You
not
can
that
tell your story
you are
one after the
you are
other.
in your house and somebody is coming. Then when the person leaves, you just hide one cocaine and you
Yes.
take it.
Or one Igbo.
I don't even subscribe to that household. So people should be more open to the idea of rehabilitation centers. I think that's one of the ways.
Then what I would say is that our DNA should be more sincere with what they do.
Yeah.
They need more sincerity about the way they go about catching the what's it called, the drug addict or something.
Yes.
They need to retrace their
Steps.
Is very important.
Yes, so there should not be any issue of we are favoring this person.
Yes.
We are trying, because definitely when those kind of things start happening, even when you are doing the right thing, people are not going to trust you anymore, because they say, why did they not go and catch that big man? Is that person not using drugs when everybody is seeing it?
Exactly.
So they should not shy away from the big fishes, let me put it that way, and start coming to look for people that they can easily pounce on. People are not going to trust drug law enforcement agencies like that. So that's just it. Arinze, do you have any last words for us before we wrap up?
My last words are this: if you have maybe a celebrity amongst the people that you are rehabilitating, don't treat them as if they are more special than the other person. Just treat them equal, because they all came for the same thing.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter whether they paid less or they paid more. What we want is the result
Exactly.
to be okay, and
Exactly.
let them go home fixed. You understand? Let them go home back to how they were before.
Exactly. Dami, any last words?
And to drug abusers, it's not until you take alcohol or you take cocaine or tobacco before you become a drug abuser. You maybe the intake is drug abuse is the excessive intake of substance.
Yeah.
You can take paracetamol, you can abuse paracetamol.
Yeah.
So just anything that is not prescribed
By your physician.
is
Don't take it
you're
by
abusing
yourself.
it. Don't take it. It's very. I want you to
Stay
work on
healthy.
that.
Hope you guys have heard. Don't take it. Dr. Dami and Dr. Arinze, they have said it. Don't take it if it was not prescribed by your physician. Don't take 6 tablets
That
of
painkiller you do take every
Yes,
night.
yes. That painkiller, stop
don't
it.
take
Stop
it.
it.
Yeah. Even some people even abuse sleeping tablets.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they are
They'll
now
say
they are
you-
now
Yeah,
in
used
fact
to
they are now
They'll
addicted
say
to it.
yesterday I took one tablet
One
and I slept by 12. If I take like 30,
See,
I'll sleep
I
by
have
8.
someone that do take sleeping tablets. If the person did not take it, he will not sleep.
Because that is what the body needs.
Exactly.
You have used it to the extent that if the body doesn't
Yeah,
The
receive
body
become
cannot,
addicted
you have
to
become
it.
addicted to it. Exactly. All right, that was it this afternoon on Launch Hour on View Ultimate FM. I'll say it again. Thank God it's Friday. And there's one song like that
Miss,
now.
you too like Friday.
No, but there's
Friday,
but
and
there's one
like
Thank God
Friday.
it's Friday song. I'll go and look. I'll sing it next week Friday.
Go and Google.
You
I'll
will
go and look.
compose your own and sing.
All right, thank you very much this afternoon for joining us on the program. We'll catch you again next week for another interesting episode. Do have a great weekend. Bye.
And stay safe.
Stay.
It's very important to stay safe.